Cheapest countries to retire in 2025. Live comfortably on a small budget. Retiring on a small pension or Social Security sounds impossible, right? Newsflash, it's not. There are places where you can live like a king on less than $1,000 a month. And no, they're not in the middle of nowhere, surviving on instant noodles. These are vibrant, culture-rich destinations with low cost of living, stunning scenery, and quality healthcare, all without draining your savings. But here's the catch: everyone's been looking in the wrong places. While most retirees are flocking to overpriced, overhyped spots, the real hidden gems remain untouched, just waiting for smart retirees like you to cash in on the best-kept secret in affordable retirement. So where are these budget-friendly retirement havens? Stick around because we're revealing the top 10 cheapest countries to retire in 2025, and number 3 will blow your mind. Drop a comment. Where do you want to retire? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more smart retirement tips. Number 10. Ohrid, North Macedonia. Europe's best-kept secret. Let's be real. When people think about retiring in Europe, they usually picture sipping espresso in Paris, strolling through Rome, or living their best life on a Spanish beach. Then reality smacks them in the face with sky-high rent, overpriced croissants, and a retirement budget that disappears faster than free samples at Costco. But what if I told you there's a stunning, historic, lakefront European town where you can live comfortably for under $1,000 a month? Ohrid, North Macedonia is where views are postcard perfect, the cost of living is laughably low, and the tourists haven't ruined it yet. Nestled along the shores of Lake Ohrid, one of Europe's oldest and deepest lakes, this UNESCO-listed town is the kind of place that makes you wonder, why isn't everyone retiring here? For about $400 to $600 a month, you can rent a cozy apartment with a lake view. Yes, you read that right, a lake view. That's less than what some people pay for a parking spot in New York City. Dining out? A delicious meal with local wine costs around $5–7, which means you can afford to eat out every day without feeling like you've made a terrible life decision. Groceries, utilities, and healthcare? Also, ridiculously affordable. Ohrid has cobblestone streets, ancient churches, and a relaxed lakeside vibe that feels like a mix between Greece and Italy, minus the crowds and the heart-stopping price tags. The locals are warm, the air is fresh, and the lake is so clear you'd think it's been photoshopped. You can spend your days swimming, boating, hiking, or just enjoying a coffee with million-dollar views that cost, well, about $1. North Macedonia isn't part of the EU yet, meaning Ohrid hasn't been overrun by retirees and digital nomads driving up the rent. But trust me, this secret won't last forever. So if you want an affordable, beautiful, and peaceful European retirement, you might want to start packing. Number 9. Sucre, Bolivia, the most affordable UNESCO city. If you've ever dreamed of retiring in a gorgeous, historic, European-style city, but without the European price tag, Sucre, Bolivia is your golden ticket. Imagine strolling through cobblestone streets, lined with whitewashed colonial buildings, sipping fresh Bolivian coffee in a charming plaza, and living comfortably on a budget that wouldn't even cover your monthly grocery bill in the US. Welcome to Sucre, Bolivia's prettiest city, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and possibly the best-kept secret in affordable retirement. It's got the old-world charm of Spain, the prices of Southeast Asia, and the kind of laid-back lifestyle that makes you wonder why you ever stressed about 401ks in the first place. Let's talk numbers, because we both know your retirement fund isn't infinite. In Sucre, you can rent a nice one-bedroom apartment for as little as $200 to $400 a month. Want to upgrade? A spacious home with a courtyard, yes, a courtyard, will set you back around $600. Meanwhile, a 3-course meal at a restaurant costs about $3 to $5, which means you can dine like royalty for less than the price of a Starbucks Frappuccino. Most people hear Bolivia and picture rugged mountains and llamas, not a city that looks like a Spanish postcard. But Sucre isn't your typical South American capital. It's clean, walkable, and packed with colonial-era architecture so well-preserved it feels like stepping back in time. The city sits at a mild 9,000 feet, so yes, you might need a minute to adjust, but that altitude brings perfect spring-like weather year-round. No sweltering heat, no bitter cold, just chef's kiss, perfect temperatures. Sucre is a city that moves at a slower pace, perfect for retirees looking to swap the rat race for a daily dose of tranquility. There are bustling local markets, cozy cafes, and plenty of affordable Spanish-language schools if you want to brush up on your Espanol. And the best part? Healthcare is cheap and high quality, so you won't have to sell a kidney to afford medical treatment. So, if you want European charm without the European price tag, Sucre might just be your dream retirement spot. But don't take my word for it. Book a trip, check it out, and try not to fall in love. Spoiler alert, you will. Number 8. Arequipa, Peru. Living in the shadow of a volcano. Arequipa, Peru is a city where you can wake up, sip your morning coffee, and casually admire a massive volcano looming in the distance. Don't worry. El Misti hasn't erupted in centuries, so probably not today, but it sure makes for a dramatic backdrop. If you're looking for an affordable retirement spot with breathtaking scenery, rich culture, and a price tag that won't give you heart palpitations, Arequipa delivers. Arequipa isn't just any city, it's a UNESCO-listed colonial masterpiece, often called the White City, because its stunning buildings are made from volcanic rock. That's right, the same material that came from a fiery explosion centuries ago now houses cafes, markets, and ridiculously affordable apartments. Speaking of which, you can rent a comfortable one-bedroom apartment in the city center for as little as $300 to $500 a month. Eating out? A 3-course meal costs around $5–7, so you can enjoy Peru's world-famous cuisine without selling your soul to the retirement budget gods. Healthcare? Cheap and high quality. Transportation? Even cheaper. You can get across town in a taxi for the price of pocket change. One of Arequipa's biggest perks is its perfect climate. Warm, sunny days and cool, comfortable nights. No sweating through your shirts, no freezing in the winter, just year-round spring-like bliss. If you've ever wanted to live somewhere with an eternal golden hour glow, this is it. Arequipa is a city that keeps things interesting. One day, you're exploring a 400-year-old monastery. The next, you're hiking in the Andes, and by the weekend, you're sipping pisco sours in a rooftop bar overlooking the city. And let's not forget the food. This city is home to some of the best Peruvian dishes you've never heard of, like rocoto relleno, stuffed spicy peppers, and adobo arquipeño, a slow-cooked pork stew that will change your life. If you want old-world charm, stunning landscapes, and a ridiculously low cost of living, Arequipa should be on your radar. But fair warning, once you visit, you might not want to leave. Number 7. Granada, Nicaragua. A place so charming, it feels like you've accidentally walked onto the set of a historical drama. Except, it's real, it's affordable, and you don't need to be a time traveler to live here. This is one of the most beautifully preserved Spanish colonial cities in Central America, where horse-drawn carriages still roll through cobblestone streets. And the cost of living is so low, you'll think someone forgot to update the prices since the 1800s. In Granada, you can rent a colorful colonial-style home for as little as $250 to $500 a month. And we're not talking about a shoebox apartment. We're talking high ceilings, open-air courtyards, and maybe even a hammock or two. Eating out? A full meal costs $3–5, and if you're the type who enjoys sipping cocktails while watching the sunset over Lake Nicaragua, a cold beer will set you back about $1. Granada is basically what would happen if Seville and Cartagena had a budget-friendly love child. Think colorful buildings, historic churches, and lively plazas filled with music, laughter, and street food that smells too good to resist. It's a city where life moves at a slower, more enjoyable pace. Perfect for retirees who want to swap stress for sunsets. Living in Granada means you're never far from adventure. Want to explore an active volcano? There's one right outside the city. Prefer something more relaxing? Take a boat ride through the nearby islets of Granada, a group of tiny islands where you can buy fresh mangoes straight from a boat vendor. And if you ever feel like dipping your toes in the Pacific Ocean, the beach is just an hour away. Unlike its pricier neighbors in Costa Rica, Granada remains one of the best value retirement spots in Central America. It's got the history, the beauty, the culture, and the low cost of living that lets you actually enjoy your retirement instead of worrying about every penny. So would you trade your expensive, fast-paced life for a laid-back, colonial town where you can live for less than your monthly utility bill back home? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. Number 6. San Cristobal de las Casas, Mexico. Welcome to San Cristobal de las Casas, a place so ridiculously charming, it feels like someone designed it specifically for postcards and travel blogs. Picture cobblestone streets, colorful colonial buildings, and cozy cafes where you can sip locally grown coffee for less than the cost of a vending machine snack back home. It's got all the European charm, minus the European prices. Let's talk about the numbers because, let's be honest, that's why you're here. You can rent a lovely one-bedroom apartment for as little as $300 to $500 a month. If you're feeling fancy, you can get a bigger place with a courtyard, because why not, for around $600. And when it comes to food, a delicious plate of tacos will set you back about $3, which means you could eat out every day and still have money left over for, well, more tacos. San Cristobal isn't just easy on the wallet. It's a cultural and natural paradise. The town is surrounded by lush mountains, meaning you get fresh air, cool weather, and views that belong in a painting. Unlike the sweltering heat of Mexico's coastal cities, San Cristobal enjoys spring-like temperatures year-round, so no sweating through your shirts or blasting the AC 24/7. And if you ever get the urge to explore, you're in luck. You can take a boat tour through the stunning Sumidero Canyon, visit ancient Mayan ruins, or shop for handcrafted textiles at the local markets, all without breaking the bank. One of the best things about San Cristobal? It's got a vibrant expat and artistic community. If you love music, poetry readings, or simply people watching in a cafe while pretending to write your memoir, you'll fit right in. It's the kind of place where life moves slower, conversations last longer, and you actually get to enjoy your retirement instead of rushing through it. If you've made it this far, thank you for sticking with us. We've still got some incredible places ahead, including a number 3 pick that will absolutely shock you. So, what do you think? Would you retire in San Cristobal de las Casas? Drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next spot on our list. Number 5. Loja, Ecuador. The cultural capital of Ecuador. Loja is like that effortlessly cool person at a party. You know, the one who plays 3 instruments, speaks multiple languages, and somehow always finds the best coffee in town. Except in this case, the party is your retirement, and Loja is offering you a front-row seat to an affordable, artsy, and laid-back lifestyle. For a city brimming with music, art, and theater, Loja is shockingly budget-friendly. A nice one-bedroom apartment in the city center costs between $300 to $500 a month. And if you prefer a house with a garden for your future avocado tree, you're still looking at under $700. Dining out? A full-course meal costs around $5 to $7, which means you can enjoy Ecuadorian cuisine without the guilt of checking your bank balance afterward. Oh, and healthcare? Ecuador's public and private healthcare systems are ranked among the best in Latin America, with doctors' visits costing as little as $20. So yes, you can finally afford to get that nagging back pain checked out without sacrificing your grocery budget. Loja is known as the music and cultural capital of Ecuador, and it takes that title very seriously. This is a city where live music floats through the streets, where impromptu guitar performances are a daily occurrence, and where locals don't just appreciate art, they live and breathe it. There are concerts, poetry readings, art exhibitions, and more festivals than you'll know what to do with. And if you're the kind of person who enjoys sipping coffee while debating philosophy at a cafe, or at least pretending to, Loja's bohemian vibe will suit you perfectly. Let's talk about Loja's weather, because it's a dream. Unlike the sticky heat of the coast or the freezing peaks of the Andes, Loja sits at the perfect altitude to enjoy year-round spring-like temperatures. No need for air conditioning, no need for heavy winter coats, just blue skies, fresh air, and the occasional light sweater. The city itself is walkable, safe, and friendly. It's the kind of place where you can stroll through colonial streets, sip fresh juice at a market, and strike up a conversation with a stranger, all in the same afternoon. Loja isn't as well known as Cuenca or Quito, which is exactly why it's one of the best-kept secrets for retirees looking to escape the crowds. It's a city that offers culture without chaos, affordability without compromise, and beauty without the tourist traps. So, if your dream retirement involves mellow jazz in the park, fresh food that won't bankrupt you, and a community that actually enjoys life, Loja might just be your perfect match. Number 4. Dumaguete, Philippines, the city of gentle people. If retirement had a VIP lounge, Dumaguete would be the place handing out free pina coladas. This charming seaside city isn't just easy on the eyes, it's easy on the wallet. Imagine waking up to ocean breezes, strolling down a palm-lined boulevard, and sipping fresh coconut water without breaking a sweat. Or your budget. Sounds too good to be true? Welcome to Dumaguete, where paradise comes at a discount. Let's get straight to the numbers. You can live comfortably in Dumaguete for under $1,000 a month. A fully furnished one-bedroom apartment near the beach, $300 to $500. A nice sit-down meal with fresh seafood and an ocean view, $5 to $7. And if you're feeling fancy, you can hire a housekeeper for as little as $50 a month, which means you might never have to wash another dish again. Healthcare? The Philippines has high-quality, affordable medical care, with Dumaguete being home to one of the country's top hospitals. Routine checkups cost around $15 to $25, and you can even get a dental cleaning for less than $20. Your bank account will be healthier than ever. Dumaguete isn't just about sitting by the water and sipping tropical drinks, though that's certainly an option. It's a hub for adventure, relaxation, and everything in between. If you've ever wanted to swim with sea turtles, explore coral reefs, or take a quick boat ride to a nearby island for the weekend, this is the place to do it. Prefer to keep things low-key? No problem. Take a leisurely stroll down Rizal Boulevard, stop at a cafe, and enjoy a cup of world-class Philippine coffee while watching the waves roll in. The city's pace is slow, peaceful, and ridiculously stress-free. Dumaguete isn't called the city of gentle people for nothing. The locals here are warm, welcoming, and always ready with a smile. You'll feel at home almost instantly, whether it's the friendly shopkeeper remembering your name or the neighbor inviting you over for a feast of lechon, roast pig, and mango float. And let's not forget, English is widely spoken in the Philippines, so you won't have to rely on hand gestures and Google Translate to make friends. Affordable beachfront living, low-cost healthcare, incredible nature, and a community that feels like family. What more could you ask for? Whether you're looking to slow down or fill your days with island-hopping adventures, Dumaguete has it all. And we're only at number 4. Our number 3 pick is going to shock you, so stick around. Number 3, Kampot, Cambodia. Alright, we told you number 3 would shock you, and here it is. Kampot, Cambodia, a place so laid back it makes a hammock look stressed. If the idea of retiring by a lazy river surrounded by lush green mountains with dirt-cheap living costs sounds like a dream, Kampot is about to become your new obsession. Kampot isn't the place for high-rises or fast-paced living. This is retirement mode set to extra chill. Life revolves around the river. Mornings start with a peaceful coffee by the water, afternoons are for boat rides, and evenings bring fiery pink sunsets that make you question why you ever lived anywhere else. And the best part? All this serenity comes at a bargain price. You can rent a comfortable one-bedroom house for just $250 to $400 a month. That leaves plenty of room in your budget for the important things, like fresh seafood dinners for $5, locally grown tropical fruits for pocket change, and maybe even a riverside massage for under $10. Don't let Kampot's slow pace fool you. This town has personality. It's got a thriving expat community, quirky cafes, and a growing art scene. The French colonial architecture adds a charming vintage feel, making it the kind of place where every street looks like a movie set from the 1920s. And let's not forget what Kampot is most famous for: pepper. That's right. Kampot pepper is world-renowned, used by top chefs from Paris to Tokyo. Retiring here means you get to sprinkle luxury on your meals without the luxury price tag. Cambodia offers a long-term retirement visa with minimal hassle, so you won't have to jump through bureaucratic hoops just to enjoy your golden years. And healthcare? The country has affordable private hospitals, with major medical facilities just a short trip away in Phnom Penh. So, why retire in Kampot? Picture this. You wake up to birds chirping, grab a $1 iced coffee from a riverside cafe, spend the afternoon kayaking or exploring waterfalls, and end the day with a $3 cocktail watching the sunset. And you're doing all this for under $1,000 a month. Still think retirement has to be expensive? Kampot just proved you wrong. And guess what? The next two spots on our list are even more exciting, so keep watching. Number 2. Chiang Mai, Thailand. Chiang Mai is like that one friend who somehow gets along with everyone. Whether you're a backpacker on a budget, a digital nomad with a laptop, or a retiree looking for a life of comfort without the ridiculous price tag, this northern Thai city delivers. Big time. You can retire here for around $800 to $1,200 a month. That includes rent, food, transportation, and, get this, massages that cost less than a Starbucks latte. A one-bedroom apartment in the city? $300 to $500. A plate of delicious pad thai? $1.50. A full-course meal at a nice restaurant? $5 to $10. At this rate, you might start eating out just because cooking feels too expensive. Thailand has some of the best private hospitals in Asia, and Chiang Mai is no exception. Routine checkups cost as little as $20, dental cleanings are under $30, and prescription meds are often a fraction of US prices. Retirees rave about the top-notch doctors and modern facilities. Because, let's be honest, peace of mind is priceless. Chiang Mai isn't just affordable, it's interesting. This ancient city with over 300 temples, lively street markets, and colorful festivals is an adventure waiting to happen. Whether you're releasing a lantern into the sky during Yipeng Festival or exploring the lush green mountains that surround the city, there's never a dull moment. And let's talk about the people. Thais are some of the warmest, most welcoming folks on the planet. Smiling isn't just a habit here, it's a way of life. You'll feel at home before you've even unpacked your bags. Why retire in Chiang Mai? Super affordable living, fantastic healthcare, a rich cultural experience, some of the best street food in the world. A large expat community, so you won't feel alone. Chiang Mai is a retirement haven with just the right mix of comfort, adventure, and affordability. But if you think this is the best place on the list, wait until you see number 1. Stick around. Your dream retirement destination is coming up next. Number 1. Đà Lạt, Vietnam. And here it is, the number 1 most affordable, most livable, and most underrated retirement paradise in 2025. Đà Lạt, Vietnam. If you've ever dreamed of escaping to a fairy tale town where the air is fresh, the cost of living is shockingly low, and life moves at a blissfully relaxed pace, this might just be your personal heaven on earth. Let's get one thing straight. This isn't the Vietnam you're thinking of. No scorching tropical heat, no chaotic traffic that feels like a real-life game of Frogger. Instead, Đà Lạt is perched in the central highlands, surrounded by pine-covered hills, misty valleys, and waterfalls that look like they belong on a postcard. The weather? A perfect 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 24 degrees Celsius year-round. It's basically nature's air conditioning. No sweaty afternoons, no sleepless humid nights. Here's where things get crazy. You can live here comfortably for $700 to $1,000 a month. Rent? $250 to $400 for a modern one-bedroom apartment. Fresh produce at the local market? Dirt cheap. A cup of world-famous Đà Lạt coffee? Less than $1. If you feel like dining out, which let's be honest you will, a delicious meal at a local restaurant costs as little as $2 to $3. At these prices, you could eat out every day and still spend less than your monthly grocery bill back home. Đà Lạt isn't just affordable, it's incredibly livable. The city is famous for its flower gardens, European-style villas, and relaxed atmosphere. Locals call it Little Paris, and between the French colonial architecture and the Eiffel Tower replica in the middle of town, it's not hard to see why. And the best part? Vietnam has a growing expat community, so you won't feel like a total outsider. Whether you're making new friends at a lakeside cafe, strolling through the night market, or joining a local hiking group, you'll never run out of things to do. Why retire in Đà Lạt? Perfect weather all year long, extremely low cost of living, fresh, delicious food at bargain prices, gorgeous scenery and outdoor activities, a welcoming community of locals and expats. And that's it, the 10 best, cheapest places to retire in 2025. Whether you're drawn to the cool highlands of Đà Lạt, the riverside charm of Kampot, Or the colonial beauty of Granada, your dream retirement is more affordable than you think. Now tell us, which of these destinations would you retire to? Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more content on budget-friendly living. Thanks for watching, and here's to making your retirement the best years of your life.